leadership's like not really something you can just be taught. You kind of have to learn by experience. See what works in that position.
There's a lot of great books for it, but yeah, I mean, you have to be in some sort of position to influence and be responsible before you can understand what it's going to take to influence people. But
did you have any mentors or anybody that kind of gave you a good
my dad started the company.
Okay.
So I mean, as far as being kind and generous and stuff, he was always great at that.
Culture's like a big thing, with any business and being a leader in that business. How do you kind of direct the culture of your company and have a positive culture?
You asked a lot about leadership earlier, and I think that I kind of came to the terms that it's hard to be a leader unless you've experienced things that other people can look up to.
Right.
They can appreciate. They can look at you and they can say that that's a person that I wouldn't mind if I turned out like, or if I was a friend of. So I think first and foremost, you have to stand for something that means something positive and powerful. Because people don't want to follow something that is weak or slimy.
Yeah.
So it's hard. I mean, people want to be involved with something that makes them feel good about themselves.
Sure.
They want to make money first, right? That's everyone's idea for work, because most people, if given the choice, wouldn't work. But beyond that, people will accept to be paid slightly less or differently if they feel like they're doing good, if they're working towards a means to an end, if they're growing as a person. So not that we're a complete success, but most people in my company call our company us and not me and them, right?
Right. Not your employer, right?
A lot of people have been with me for a long time. Most people, I would say, we care about each other. So that's a big part of it. But we're also striving to make a good company that's profitable so we can share more.
Sure.
We can do good in the community. We can do good for customers, but we can also get better benefits, better wages.
Take better care of the employees,
and it's hard to do because it's a fine line between what's fair and what's not fair price-wise.
Right.
And
there's a market rate.
Service.
Sure.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things that you have to hurdle over, but again, I think it starts with you have to find some voice that people will want to listen to. Because if you don't have that voice and you're just speaking about money and practices, it's tough.
Yeah.
You need both the practices and the culture to succeed if you're going to have a business last a long time.
Leading people and also relationships, right? I think both of them, you have to be, I think it just takes a long time in life and wisdom for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That gets very interesting when people can get it before they get to middle age, but you need to be someone that people want to follow because you're strong and do good things, right? Like, if you want to attract people to you, you have to be the person that deserves to be attracted to, right? Like you can't just want it. You have to be fit. You've got to be kind. You got to be strong. You got to have a code. You got to, have
a direction.
Yeah. So,
it's tough to lead if you don't have a direction.
Yeah. So
you don't even know where you're going.
You got to at least have some moral integrity, and
of course,
and people don't want to follow a slob or someone who's rude or
somebody lies.
All those things, right?
I took over in 2015. It was a small company. I always say it was a guy in a truck in a garage. Was sort of what we had, and we grew a lot. We've got 10 trucks on the road most days right now, which is great.
Yeah.
I did a lot of things really well. I was decent at the work and customer service and reputation. I didn't concentrate on running a business efficiently, effectively for profit for a long time. So I found myself not making money the way that I should make money, and not being able to take care of the employees the right way. So so for the last couple of years, I've been trying to refine practices and trying to run a company that has both integrity but also runs for profit. Which it's a hard thing to do. So I mean, and I've made a lot of personal changes. I try to always be a good role model for my kids, and I try to be someone that my daughter can hopefully look up to, and maybe model her partner after it someday, and then somebody that my son can always look to, if not with words but with actions about like how you should behave. So those are the main things. I'm searching for the right way to live with the right people that I'm connected to.
Totally.
Yes.
That's what this channel's literally all about, is just finding the right approach to life, and figuring out that balance. and figuring out the right path for everybody's got their own path, but sounds like you're working towards that right path.
I'm working, yeah.
Definitely working. Cool.
I quit thinking about my life in scope of like work and personal life. Some days I'm playing pickleball 9 a.m. but working at 7 p.m. It kind of all, it's answering emails and phone calls and being accountable and responsible, and to me it's all kind of the same big thing.
Interesting.
So
How do you balance that if
I think
you just take
as
it
long
on.
as you don't let anything get you too up or down, you kind of take it as it comes.